Oh my God. Hi. Welcome to Wednesday, our Friday, our podcast Friday,
Yay.
February 28th, 2024. We were just having a conversation, and I'm here with Dennis and with Xavier
Hi.
and um, and Puzzle, of course. And
Yeah, but
we don't have Puzzle Cam on yet because obviously you can see where Puzzle is. So staring at a bed to Dennis's left doesn't really do any justification to the
so
puzzle.
Frank,
So there. Yeah, so Dennis was just reminding me that according to last year's schedule and the schedule of the year prior, he is in fact off March 6th through the 16th. So nothing was mentioned today, and so I'm super curious whether or not I
His
actually
sign
have.
off gave it away. We'll see you next time.
We'll see
That's
next
his that's that's the secret kind of
secret
wording.
sauce. But there was no mention of any shows or any things happening next week. And
No
you
guests, nothing.
normally though they'll say, we have a great thing, the best of, Gary or something going on next week on Howard 101. And Xavier and I were thinking about it today. There has been zero point 0 mention of Ralph, like a funeral or a celebration of life or
exactly.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
Mm.
Why
Interesting.
no why no nothing?
Bury it. It's gone now. Well, you know
No,
what's
but
even
I mean,
uh,
like it literally, like we don't know what happened, and just like obviously there was a
exactly.
service, right?
I don't
Exactly.
know, was there?
It should have been. I mean, people did know him. He did have a family.
But there was no mention, right? There was nothing.
Hey,
Wasn't
you
he
know what?
adopted? We established, yes?
What?
Can I quote
Wasn't he
Don
adopted?
Henley?
Sure.
It's interesting when people die. Give us dirty laundry.
Mhm.
So, but the more actually, the funnier thing was all of a sudden the stop mentioning of, um, oh my God, the star of Madam Web, Dakota Johnson, because Madam Web basically went down in flames at the box office, and
It's
so
literally the lowest rated Rotten Tomato movie ever, I think.
it is. It is embarrassing how bad it is. It actually makes Morbius look like Star Wars.
That's true.
That's how bad it's doing in the theaters.
Okay, I stopped eating. I took out my chocolate chip ice cream, and I decided that I will not eat it on air because I know how rude that is, and I know that
Mhm.
this mic picks up every nuance of every so I will not do that. Okay, sorry. I do have to put it away, but at some point I'll do that.
I'll just drink my Maker's Mark. Um,
That didn't look like a brown alcohol that I just saw in your
well,
glass.
there it is. There's a giant round cube in there. You can't see
Can't
because
see it. It goes right through to DJ's
it's like it's
Oh my god, it's invisible. It's almost fine.
Well, let's not be so quick to brush the Ralph thing aside. For a show that is so hard up for content, you would think they could do literally 1 week's worth of Ralph
Ralph.
tribute. I mean, if
They
you want
did.
to respect the family's
No
privacy,
tribute.
cool, but you can do a
But
live
they were offered
celebration,
breakfast, and you would think they would
something,
have done like a best of Ralph or something. Nothing.
something.
It's
Weird.
almost like
It's
there was some
really
sort of
weird.
directive given that they could not. Literally, it seems like a directive
Is
because
that though? Ralph was his life, and
I
his family knows
understand that, but
that. So why would that even be a thing? I don't know. It's just weird. It's just
It's
weird.
it
I mean,
makes
come
no
on.
sense at
Yesterday
all.
we were doing JD having dinner.
Yeah.
Fuck's
Yeah,
sake, come on. You can't.
yeah.
You mean to tell me with those producers on your show, not one of them can do like
Well,
3 hours worth of tribute?
well, even funnier
Wait,
is
listen. This
they
is the
spent
beauty.
they
This is
spent
the
an
beauty
hour and
of
a half.
John. When
Go, Dennis, please.
They spent an hour and a half on said producers explaining that there are producers on the show instead of having anything new to say.
Producers that produce on top of producers that do different
And
products.
you're right. You have 50 you have 70 people and yet you couldn't put together I don't know 12 hours for Ralph.
No.
dude, they didn't even do like 30 minutes. The only thing they did with Ralph related, was about them. Oh, I feel like, oh, but okay, dude. So like,
But
you
that's
know
what
what? The beauty of John when he's here is you can say, hey, 1995 uh, argument between Ralph and whatever, and he'll give us 3 hours worth of that crap.
Yep.
Like in
Yeah.
day. And you mean to tell me with these numbnuts, these producers, they haven't been able to come up with one single thing?
No, not a single thing.
Really, not one thing.
No. And Puzzle agrees. So just so you know,
Look at her. She's just totally disgusted
She
by
is
this.
beside herself.
she may not be
Puzzle should be a segment producer on that.
she is a
She is.
producer. We've actually just given Puzzle an increase and a raise, and now she is head media producer for
Yes.
the Gunk Gunk
that-
Incorporated. Yes.
Yeah, you got a promotion.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Larry Mondello. They did nothing for Gilbert either, but
But
Yeah,
Gilbert
the
but-
difference
wasn't part
is,
of the family.
Gilbert was kind of like banned on the DL, where Ralph was still, in the midst.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit, just so you know. We didn't hear that. So today's show, let's talk about it real quick. It was really
Sucked.
weird and telling and weird. And that's all I can say. A lot of talk about what Howard wants when he dies, and how bizarrely they were all invested in this conversation, which just is mind-boggling to
In
me.
front of Robin. Let's not lose that sight. This is a woman with terminal. I mean, it's obviously terminal cancer, and
Is it obvious though? Is it obvious, or is it
well,
just
I mean, if it's coming
fighting-
back, if it's
fighting
back
until he
again,
finishes the fight?
yeah, I mean, it's not.
Benjamin,
That's wrong. That
Benjamin,
is wrong. She leads a clean life.
wrong. She's a good girl.
She leads a clean life.
She's like the virgin puzzle. Stop
Yes.
it.
Look at
Stop
her.
it. Rest in peace, Richard Lewis. If you didn't hear about it today,
Yeah.
famed older comedian Richard Lewis passed away today. Let's admit it. Anybody who watches Curb Your Enthusiasm has seen him throughout the years on that show, and how all of a sudden his health just started failing horribly, and he looked horrible like 2
Yep.
seasons ago. He did not work last season, but then he came back for this season, which I have not watched yet. But apparently, still looking a little bit like shit. But he did happen to die of a heart attack, although he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and that's what he was living with. And then, yes, he passed away today.
Damn.
I do want to make a couple of comments about yesterday's show because
Uh-oh.
to mention it, but I have to tell you guys something. And yes, I did happen to have 2 drinks yesterday, which is, I'm not drinking as much as I used to. So that was quite the experience, having a little tequila and cranberry. But I laughed so hard at the stupidity that is myself. The fact that I asked Justin to take the thing out of his nose so that we could hear him better just killed me. And so I have a friend who lives on this block who listens to the show. And I was walking my dog this morning and he said to me, Monique, I almost peed my fucking pants when you told the dude who had just been shot, who is high as a motherfucking kite in the hospital, to take that thing off of his nose because, you couldn't really hear him. He's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing is wrong with me. I wasn't thinking. And I
Just 2
apologize.
drinks, officer.
I just 2 drinks.
She saw it.
Yeah.
Although I don't see Jared here tonight, so I am a little concerned as to where he is.
Uh-oh.
One of the drinks was Mad Dog 2020.
And I did hear from 2 people who want to start a GoFundMe for him. So, and I was, I'm all on board with that if that's something that you would like to do. So by all means, if you do wind up doing it, then please let me know and I will promote it on this show. I mean, not a la Stuttering John.
Oh no, we're not gonna have the
Brought
crawl
money
across
into
the bottom.
show himself to donate to them. I will not do that. If you guys want to set something up, I can't be responsible for other people's money. That's all that matters. There is also a guy who listens to our show who happens to be a psychologist, And I asked him if he wanted to be on Frank. Jared's dead. Way to go, Mo. Nah,
I
he
like
was
John Doe though. Can you turn off that beeping machine, please? Very distracting.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. So yeah, this guy who was having trouble logging into the site. So anyway, so he's a psychologist, and I said, I'd really love your insight on what you think the issue is with Howard. And he wrote this whole soliloquy about what his thoughts are on Howard. And so, if in fact Howard is off next week, I will use one of the days next week to review that. And then we can talk about the deep, deep, deep psychological issues that go on with Howard Stern. No updates on our gunshot victim. I'm a little concerned about that. Not as concerned as I am about harm, but I am concerned about our gunshot victim. Jared, if you're around and if you're listening to the show, please.
It's not that the lights went out in Georgia.
just come onto the chat and let us know that everything is okay. Okay, so let's start the show and see what's going on. Really nothing went on today except for Howard talking about his death, and of course Beth putting her
Beef is trotting in. That was wonderful. That was so
stupid
great.
sense in. Yeah, it was quite delicious. Anytime Beth comes on, it's just wonderful. He started the show again. Everything's written out for him now. One of the things that the shrink told me on his thing that he wrote to me is that narcissists, when they feel like they don't have what it takes anymore, that's why they start to rely on other people to build them up and to make them feel like they are special and still worthy. And that's kind of the mode that Howard's in now, which is very, very true and very revealing on how his show is of course written out for him now. So in what other world would Howard talk about the pricing that Wendy's is going to start doing, which is basically like surge pricing, which of course then leads into, a half hour with John Hine. But let's listen to how that started out.
Ridiculous. Whole world's going to hell.
Yeah, sure it is.
Do you see what Wendy's is up to?
No, nobody cares.
The fast food chain.
No.
It's a disgrace. They're going to put in an electronic menu. And the reason they're doing that, they're saying,
They already did.
is they want to, on peak times, let's say, most people go for lunch. They're going to raise the price on you at lunchtime, or let's say a peak time would be dinner time, or I don't know if they serve breakfast there, but breakfast time.
They do.
So what I plan on doing to beat the system is I'm changing around my entire way of eating.
Okay, sure. So I'm sure
What are you talking about?
what he doesn't realize is that during COVID, about 90% of fast food restaurants changed over to basically not having sit-down food
Right.
in their stores. They all have computer kiosks where you can just punch in your order and get your little order number. And they'll call out, $4.75, and you get your food and you're on your way. So it's weird that he would come up with this and so of course John Hine was like outraged about it. I mean,
This is why it's for Hine. That's why this was done.
yeah. So
Howard couldn't even spell Wendy's. Forget about have ever
Wendy's.
eaten there. He doesn't
Yeah.
even know any of their product.
No,
He really
no.
doesn't. I mean, this is embarrassing for this geezer to talk about the feigning interest in something that is, I think, already probably dead, because there's no way they're going to continue with it, because they're getting destroyed everywhere about it. So
Who is Wendy's?
Wendy's, yeah,
So-
they're getting destroyed.
I mean, it depends. Honestly, had they not said anything,
Hang
What?
on. Before we continue, this is where he has been disproven when he said that they never had nor ever will do that.
so it's
any argument about that is moot.
So somebody started a rumor, but let's be honest about this. If you went into a McDonald's today and the Big Mac was $5 as opposed to $4.75, honestly, would you really know the difference at lunchtime? Would you really? like even pay any attention to it if they did surge pricing? You wouldn't. Yes, Ida, I too have not been in a Wendy's in 100 years. I don't know what they offer anymore. I see
They
the little
offer
Chili.
Frosties, bad hamburgers,
Baconator, spicy chicken sandwich. They
mediocre
have
fries.
chili. They have a decent taco salad.
I can't imagine. You know what? I'm not.
I can.
I know. I
We can
know.
imagine.
Yum 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 yum.
By the way, Xavier could put John Hine to shame in terms of like fast food eating and what he orders at those restaurants. It's very, very true.
It's disturbing.
It's actually quite frightening.
It is.
And yeah. And apparently I constantly curse when he's going through a drive-in.
You know what? It's funny is this 100% is what you're saying, that he has no idea what a Wendy's is. Literally. What's next? Next week he's going to talk about Buc-ee's truck stops.
Yes.
You know, like come on.
You know, All About the Tendrils is on with us tonight, and you know he has a photographic memory, so he remembers everything about everything we have ever said on this show. So, not that I want to tell the story.
Well, the dude had a heart attack and interrupted my my meal, man.
I do believe
It was a chicken fajita pita too with the curly fries. So it
Are you
wasn't a
serious?
chicken
He
meal.
interrupted that?
No,
Bastard.
Yes, he did.
That's selfishness.
Well, no, dude, I'm seeing her trying to eat, and almost like paramedics come in. Dude's like going into like freaking, like dead, whatever it's called.
No,
Yes.
that's ridiculous.
Wait, here's the best thing that Xavier did that day.
Tell them.
The best thing he did is he left the said fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. Get it real.
Rarity, he was actually eating in there, which is shocking to anybody.
I never do. I've never have.
Then called Jack in the Box
corporate
the corporate number to complain.
And the woman was like beside herself that someone had called to complain about their chicken fajita pita meal being interrupted by death at their restaurant.
Exactly. Now, did they give you anything for that? Did they give you like a?
Oh, I think she hung up.
I think
rightfully so.
She didn't give you a comp meal. That bitch.
You
that
would
was wrong.
You would think they would have thrown in 2 tacos.
I can't tell you how
exactly,
many times I have been on a double connect with him whilst he's calling somebody to complain. I've actually even double connected with him so that he can complain for me sometimes.
I do that.
He doesn't even know what the story is, but he's just a good complainer. He's such a Karen. What's a Spanish Karen?
A Karen.
Karen. The name in Spanish is Karen.
A Spanish Karen is Señora Karen.
Señora Karen. Exactly. Not to be confused with the time that he was on set.
I kind of am serious.
At 3:00 in the morning to eat at Taco Bell and runs into a Korean couple at 3:00.
No. They're from India.
India. Come on, get it straight.
Sure, they're Asian, okay, and technically, and he goes off to smoke a joint with them, but I think he stepped over a body.
Oh yeah, the dude that was dead. The dude that was dead by the drive-through or whatever. It's not drive-through. Someone corrected me. They said that place didn't have a drive-through, but they have like this thing that looks like a drive-through in the back.
Exactly.
So did you complain about that they have litter outside their building?
No, what's weird is like I would get off like at 3:00 or whatever it was in the morning, and I would hit that. That'd be like my last spot because my job would be like I was so tired. I didn't want that to be the last thing I did, so I'd just go sit at the Taco Bell, have a taco, and one day I pulled up and there was a dude. There was a dude in the car.
Right? No, not
clearly the dude was clearly living in the car, and the door was open, and he had passed out. He was halfway out the car, passed out. Like, oh, no big deal, shit happens. Next day, the dude was still there. 24 hours.
That's usually not a good sign.
That's usually not a good sign. No motion, no movement, just dead. Yeah. I've never, knock on Formica, seen a dead body. I avoid them like the plague.
I have.
I didn't even see my father dead. I didn't even see my grandmother dead. Like I don't. I'm not good with that.
So I
I've
actually I
seen
used
quite a few people dead. Weirdly,
well,
oddly
you live
enough.
in you live
Oh
in
no,
Southern
no, no.
California.
The funkiest one is when we called to a trailer park in Compton, and as we got out, it was a neighbors had reported some dude's apartments, but trailer smelled really funky, and you couldn't get within
Oh,
50 feet before you could smell him, and so they had to get someone to go in there. So me and the dude I was working with, they made us like go in, and the dude is this black elderly gentleman who was Winnie the Pooh, in that he only had a shirt on, he was naked from the, and there was a trail of ants going in and out of his mouth and his ears and stuff. It was the ants were just taking him away piece
there's
by
night.
piece.
Okay, thanks for the
And the
nightmare
smell,
fuel.
if
Thank
you
you.
ever smelled a dead person, you'll never forget it.
I've smelled the smell of death. Okay, one time when I was in Brooklyn when I was a kid, and I know, Dennis, you have a dead story too, so
Yeah,
we'll tell them.
it's
So
unmistakable.
there was this mother and son who lived in this house. It was a two-story dilapidated house, like, and it always smelled because, you can clearly know that these people were just 400 pounds. They smelled offensive. You never saw them outside, whatever. And every once in a while, the the pickup van would come pick her up for like a hospital visit or whatever. So anyway, I used to park my car next door to there in this garage, and and one day there was this smell. That smell,
Yeah,
that smell.
it's unmistakable.
It's unmistakable smell. The smell of death is just a horrible, 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 vile
Yes.
smell. And so I smelled it. I didn't think anything. I was like, "Oh, that smells bad." Maybe there was like a dead mouse or something, near my car. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days go by, and the smell is worse, and the smell is worse, and the smell is worse. 10 days go by,
Oh,
and all of a sudden, I see a coroner's thing in front of the house,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "What happened?" And
when you started hysterically laughing.
some
Oh.
Gindaloon Nozetta down the block is like, "Oh, you didn't hear? So and so and so and so, they were just dead in there. They were just dead. And they had been dead for like 3 weeks. Nobody even knew. Nobody called on them or anything. They were just dead." I was like, I knew I smelled them. Like I knew. I fucking knew I smelled them. And she's like, why didn't you call? Why didn't you do? I was like, what's that?
You're a
Honestly,
kid, right?
what's the difference? I'm a kid. What the fuck do I like?
Exactly.
What do I know? And I wasn't really a kid. I was probably like 25, but still. And there was a song by Billy Idol at the time called "The Dead Next Door," I think. And the house was known as the Dead Next Door for years until they finally tore it down. It took years to tear it down, but it was always known as the Dead Next Door. And then, of course, because we're dicks, everybody used to try and break into the house so they could see where like the people died and everything. And, you're just such an asshole as a kid. Again, I was probably 24, 25, but still. Yeah. So yeah. Go ahead, Den. What do you got, Dead?
So in college during the summers, I worked at a construction place that did bids for the city, and I had to go to World Trade Center all the time. So I took the ferry over from Staten Island to South Ferry and walked to the Trade Center. It's a half mile, quarter mile.
Not even.
So I'm walking one of the side streets and I see two cops. They had the lights on the car,
Whoop,
and
whoop.
they're standing in the corner, on the sidewalk, and they're eating donuts and drinking coffee. And I'm walking along and I step over the dead body that is on the sidewalk. And I went, oh, that sucks. And I just kept on walking. And the cops just went, yeah, just watch out. And I just, I'm like,
What kind of dead was it exactly? Was
like
it just
overdose dead, like dead, like,
overdose
oh, I
dead?
mean, completely like,
No, overdose dead is better than like gunshot to the head or
no, he was no
fell off
mess.
a building dead. Fell off a building
It
dead.
depends, dude. I mean,
No
like
mess.
I saw that one kid get his eye blown out, out of his head, and that was pretty gnarly. But it's weird because it's so graphic when you see someone's still alive and they're just panicking because they know they're dying, and like and their eye has been
life go out of their
blasted out of their head.
Oh,
It's just It's different. And then I seen like OD, and it's just like those are just kind of sad.
No,
anything
Dorian
else.
Morgan, that
Because
actually
it's just a
really
wasted life,
happened.
Not
I
that
mean,
the kid getting killed wasn't wasted, but
I feel like everybody
just so
has a good
violent.
story, right? I mean, everybody must have a good dead story. Whether you saw something like a horrible accident on the road where the person has like been thrown out of the car and you see them like laying there because you're about 3 minutes after the accident and all you can think about is like, "Ooh, thank God I missed that." Like
Totally.
right? It's like
Yeah, I
so
mean,
what
we've
if
all
you
seen that, man.
literally has like flown 100 feet from the fucking
Yeah,
car.
like, would
All
it
you
just
think about is like,
you could barely tell it was a car there.
thank God this just happened because now I'm not stuck in the traffic that's going to happen now once the fucking cops come.
Yeah.
That's all you can think about.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Oh,
it's
for real,
horrible.
man.
Exactly.
It's weird. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen a dead body. It's weird because it's no longer a person, It's just that
Again,
weird,
no.
like you see the
I've
person,
never
but
seen a
they're
dead
just
body.
meat, basically.
I've never seen a dead body.
You've never
You
seen a
haven't?
dead body?
At all?
No.
Oh, good for you.
Wow. So
Good for
I'm
you.
way ahead of you then.
I didn't go to my grandfather's funeral. I didn't go to my
What's wrong? You would
grandmother's
have started
funeral.
laughing?
I don't go to people's funerals. I just don't do that. You know why? Because because there will always be that visual of that person as they were at that moment and not
Yes,
the happy
exactly.
times or the brilliant times that you may have had with them. And I never want to see somebody like that if I can help it. If I can help it.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
not.
yeah, I try not to
I mean,
visit
it's
people in the
like
hospital. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
I don't
same
visit
reason.
people in the
Yeah,
hospital
that's
at
just
all.
not a thing I do.
Well, unless
I
they
have,
have like the tonsils out. Like if they're dying, no, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
no.
And then I don't
nah,
expect
dude.
anybody to come see me if I'm dying either, just so you know. Okay.
Well, here, like,
Don't worry.
I have a
I
friend
gotta put my head
named
away.
Art who lives in Long Beach, and one night we used to crash his house all the time. One night you just hear like pop, 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 and you hear like cars just gunning it, trying to get like flooring it. And you go outside, and there's these three teenagers in a car that just been turned into Swiss cheese. And
Jesus.
the worst part about it is obviously, like, okay, they've been killed, is the look on their faces, when someone is like done like that and they know it's over, but they still are not dead yet. It's that look on their face that's kind of really, really kind of hard to forget.
Yes.
Well, talking about death, today's Howard show was pretty much
Was dead.
rife with death, and it was a dead show. So, did we do Wendy pricing? Did I even get to clip number
Yeah,
one?
we did the Wendy's pricing. That's
Thank
how we
God.
got into
Okay,
this
thank God.
horrible
Let's move
thing.
on. Yeah. So, because of course, they're going to charge for a peak, then he has this brilliant idea.
Although I'm not opposed to charging our listeners more money for certain peak times. We've done some research, and it turns out morning and afternoon drive, people are listening more, and we will
No
be
one's listening to you.
subscription fee.
Oh, you're so cute. There is no drive time anymore, sweetheart. Like, I don't know what world you live in right now, but that drive time thing doesn't really exist.
I don't know. I kind of see it here. Actually, where I live, it's rush hour 20. It's rush hours 20 hours of the day. It's literally rush hour, like 6 a.m. to like midnight.
It's so weird where you are. It's like that
It's
whole.
awful.
And where I am, it's like you can't even get off you can't get off of here. Like there's just nobody wants to come here. Nobody wants to service anything that you may need here. And you just can't leave. But the way I feel is that like during the zombie apocalypse or whatever,
You can blow the bridges.
you can blow the bridges and then nobody can get on and like, fuck it. I'll just eat at Publix until they run out of, food. And then I'll start raiding old people's houses and just fucking.
Well, you also can catch fish.
I could, but the odds of that happening versus me raiding the old lady down the block's house are slim. And I mean, let's be honest.
All you need is some fireworks. He's throwing in the water. You blow them up, pick them up with a net. When you're hungry, you don't fish. You catch.
Sooner throw the old lady down the stairs and just get all of her like chicken nuggets. Honestly.
Well, think about it. You have the old lady. You have dog food.
No, actually, no. You have bait for big fish.
Oh, stop. There'll be no fishing. I mean, that would be the very last case scenario is me foraging for my own food. The very, very last thing I would do. I mean, fuck it. I'll shoot a manatee if I have to. I don't care. I'll eat the blubber. But
that's the great thing about being a gun owner is you don't have to learn how to fish. You just go to the dude's house. Hey man, Give me your shit.
Not a
give me
gun
your shit,
owner.
even better. You're right.
Not a gun owner, but pretty sure
Yeah,
that
well,
I can
Well,
access
not like
a
you can't
gun.
go out and get one. In Florida.
Yeah, but if they blow up the bridges, the Ace Hardware does not have guns.
Sorry.
I have to steal one from somebody's house. That's the way it has to
That's
work.
usually
Hey, my
hard to
dog's
do.
got to eat.
My dogs got to eat too. That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
is
worry about
true.
them as well. Yeah.
How do you squirrel?
All right. So again, our show has completely gone off
Off
the
the rails. We're 30 minutes in. This is
and
going
along
great.
with clip number 2. Okay,
It's going
so
great.
You know,
Happy-
this happened when Puzzle joined the show.
Yes.
It's fault.
Not
It is.
casting aspersions.
She's distracting.
It is Puzzle's fault. So then Howard starts talking about okay, so Jon Stewart did a very sad and touching tribute to his 3-legged dog and really started bawling like a baby during the segment that he did. And Howard, of course, thought it was like very touching. And, unlike Jimmy Kimmel, who cries basically when any inanimate object passes away. But so, of course, he starts to tell us about how animals have died in his arms. And, he completely understands where John's coming from. Here we go.
And take a look at it. I thought it was great.
John
Because
Stewart.
I know I got a lot of animals that died in my arms. And holy mackerel, I get so emotional. I cry so much when they die. I'm so attached to my cats. We got rabbits. We got all kind of. I had a dog. She died. I mean, it's.
You meant to say he because you meant to say Java, but since
Dog.
Java didn't live with you, you douchebag, you didn't really care about him when he died, and we were only worried about incredibly overweight and overbred Bianca. But sure, do go on.
Keep going.
Oh, you
maybe
mother effer.
I had a dog. She died. I mean, it's heart. What's the word? Wrenching or heart? It's heart wrenching. Rending, heart rending. I never heard of that.
What a douche.
I don't even
'Cause you
understand
never
that.
had it.
Heart rending. Heart rending? I thought it was heart wrenching.
No.
It's gut wrenching, right? Gut
It's,
wrenching.
it's heartbreaking, you morons. You two morons. It's heartbreaking.
I
What is
think
that? I grew up in America.
Where
You're
are
probably right.
Utensils.
They don't have 100 IQ between them.
Gut wrenching,
And heartbreaking.
heartbreaking, but I looked it up and rendering.
Yeah, but nobody uses
Are we
that.
really doing this?
No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm not even going to show it to you as another screen cap. Okay.
No.
I'm just saying
No.
that I looked it up and that is actually a
But
thing.
it's not commonly used. Heartbreaking is used a lot. That's
Breaking, heart, gut wrenching, heart. I don't care. How about that?
exactly.
There's no part of me
It
that
just sounded so stupid trying to figure out just normal figures of speech.
Yeah,
Neither one of them can actually even understand any of it.
no, none of this matters. All right.
70 producers. That's
70
right.
producers. That's right, Mr. Judy, whom I still adore and love, and am very thankful that you were on our show last week. Heart wrenching, gut wrenching, heart wrenching. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. So then he talks about, which probably is going to be another book. I'm not even sure what's going on right now, but they have this cat named Coco Melon,
Yeah.
and whom Beth adores, and apparently has to
Be
Be
expressed.
squeezed.
The word, the technical term is expressed.
because she
I
can't
had to do that.
herself. Yeah, okay. I've never even changed a diaper, so any of this stuff is kind of like gross to me. But what do you do? Like what?
Okay. So they have to be on special medication to relax their bladder. And what you do is you take the cat and you aim the back end of the cat toward the litter box, and you find the bladder and you squeeze it like toothpaste tube from the top to the bottom, and it just shoots out. Kind of go up on their belly and kind of just go like a balloon.
Okay.
Isn't it wonderful that she won't be on top for Howard, but she'll do this daily?
Absolutely.
Like, you wanna have sex
It
when she has a
really is
period. It's like,
amazing. Like,
sure, shove your
that's
fingers
how
up the
repulsive
cat's ass.
Howard is.
Yeah, it's think about that, right? Think about that. That's so crazy.
Yeah, well, it's all but it was fun with the cat because, look out, this cat's loaded, and then, aim the
Okay. So anyway, he starts a conversation about Coco Melon and one of the rabbits. So now they have 2 rabbits, and, Coco Melon has this incredibly special relationship, and any story they tell you about why a very, very expensive cat winds up in a shelter is probably a lie. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely. Everything about this is a lie.
Everything about this. So let's listen to the heart-wrenching and gut-rendering story of Cocomelon and one of the stupid fucking rabbits. Here we go.
And so
Like
Melon has this huge spinal injury. Her spine is broken by some fuckface who did it to
Right,
her.
her spine
Sweetest
is
cat
broken.
on the planet. Who knows what happened?
Somebody
And
breaks.
whoever this fuckface was took them to the local shelter
Mhm.
to be euthanized. And then, of course, my wife stepped in and took over
Sure.
Coco
She
Melon.
stepped in. She went right in that shelter.
Arrest him when they saw the condition of that cat.
No, they just go, hey, can you kill this thing?
Sure, that's exactly
we
what
fucked
people
up.
do. That is exactly what people do, you asshole. That is exactly what people do. And
But I like how
what kind of cat is she?
that is a chartreuse. It's a very rare cat.
Very rare, very expensive cat.
Extremely rare cat.
But sure, here, take this cat. I broke its spine because I'm an asshole, and just kill it.
It cost $2,500, but here.
So, yeah, what I learned from some other stupidity that Beth had posted one time about some cat that wound up in the shelter, and she said, some idiots just dropped her off. And some woman says, Beth, did you ever think that maybe they couldn't afford to help her? Because these things are very expensive. You can afford to do this, but a
How
lot of
fast was that person banned?
people, yeah, immediately banished.
Anyway,
Question the angel and the saint.
and here's the weird story. Here's the weird
Crazy
animal
story, just crazy.
Steven the rabbit always
Steven.
goes over to Cocomelon every day and grooms her, licks her fur. And, it's weird to see a rabbit doing this. Cocomelon started to develop a little sore on her back because the rabbit was just going over to this one spot and always licking it.
Ah.
And you know where the spot was?
Where?
Right where the spine was broken. She's trying to fix it for her.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
the injury in the
Mm.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Like
Mm.
Yoda,
Well, Yoda walked across the room on his rear legs to round up the kittens.
yeah,
Yes, that's what
and
Beth actually said, that
yes.
he stood up and he walked across the room.
You know what's weird to me? Because I'm not
Yes.
a vet or anything like that. If her love could heal Yoda's heart, why can't it heal this cat's spine?
You would think. You would
You would guess, yes.
Am I weird?
rabbit. That's exactly right,
Am I
Benjamin.
so bourgeois that I can't understand why she hasn't decided to fix the spine with love?
I think that Steven is trying to heal it with love. I don't know what you're not
Yeah.
getting about
No,
that.
but no,
Trying to
Beth
heal with
already said it.
love.
She healed a heart with her love.
Yeah.
No, it was the kittens that healed his
No,
heart
she
with
said
love.
it was Beth's magical love that
It was
saved
Beth's
Beth.
magical love.
Yeah, so why no fixie the spiny?
You know what? Honestly, this always brings to mind one of the best things that has ever been done ever. And if only I could find it, and I
So
can't really look for it right now, but
keep looking.
really
The thing is though, why can't he had a sad heart, but doesn't Coco Melon have a sad spine?
Yes,
Can't
use
it
your
make the
love.
spine
We
happy?
believe in you, Beth. Fix that spine. Use your love. You can write another book about it.
I
Oh,
think
there's gonna be a book
we're
written.
going.
You know the part that maybe almost punched my monitor when that book, which is, and then this pretty lady walked in. Literally, that like what?
I'm looking because one of our most revered members ever who went to the dark side, Benjamin, did the most brilliant revision of the Yoda.
Too bad you didn't love Richard Lewis.
Yeah, he had a broken heart too. Oh, it's such a shame.
And why didn't she
He's
fix
bad.
her father-in-law? Why did he have to go away? She could have used her love.
I don't know what this is. Let me see.
She's so tired. She closed her eyes.
Oh, you know what? We did so many stupid Yoda things. Jesus Christ. We were so crazy.
Never put the weekdays off.
Well, because
We
Yoda,
can
the Yoda
revisit
book
that.
was crazy. It was utterly crazy. Everything about that was insane. So of course we did this.
And also, the last one. Why can't her love fix her husband's face?
That's beyond repair.
I'm just
It's
saying,
not sad. It's not a sad face.
but her love can heal. Come on, guys.
Her love does heal. Yes, you are correct. God damn it. I really wish I could find it. But you know what? Maybe next week. Maybe next week we will do a special.
We got nothing but time, man.
Yeah, we got nothing but time.
Between there's literally like 15 shows between now and freaking Halloween. These
Exactly.
guys are so lazy.
Some
We have
summers off.
time.
Some spring breaks off.
I have them. I have all three of them. I promise you. Let me save this right now. Let me bookmark this. I promise you, we will do this next week. It'll be an absolute goof. Let me just make myself a note so I can bookmark
It's a
it.
goof. We're doing it as a goof.
Yeah, exactly. Because what else would it be? All right, let's move on. Yeah. So he's talking about how he never really cries except for this one time.
Yeah.
Wait.
Time.
This is so funny though. He says he never really cries, right?
Mm.
But earlier in the show, he was talking about when he had to read copy at the little radio station when he first started. He wrote copy, and he did all this work. And the person that wanted the commercial didn't
Said
like
it's
it, and he
Arbol.
cried. And he cried. And I'm like, you just said you don't cry, but you just told a story that you cried.
I think he's weirdly trying to get in touch with his bizarre side, and maybe his shrink has told him that he doesn't really express himself enough. I don't know, but it was very weird starting with the Jon Stewart crying, and now he's decided that he does cry.
Why doesn't Beth just grab him, squeeze his head, and express so he can express
Expresses into a kitty box. So, but he did cry once when his mom fell down. Here we go.
Yeah.
In personal life, I've cried.
Mhm.
My mom once fell down in my house and I cried like a baby.
Oh, yeah, you told us.
Yeah. And I let out a noise like, and it was like, uh-oh. And my wife, and my wife saw it. She saw me and I was like, uh-oh. My sex life's over. I mean,
No, stop it.
it was really a crazy kind of cry. Like, it was like when the Ayatollah died in Iran.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly
people were
what it
beating
was
themselves
like.
to change.
Sure,
I felt so horrible.
Yes, Mike White, you're exactly right. He cried when CBS sued him.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, he cried in Les Moonves's office.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because money was involved. So naturally, that's
he
why.
lost marbles. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So caller calls in and clearly has no life because the highlight of her life. Okay, you ready? Highlight of her life.
Secret bonus stuff. All right, Eileen. Yes.
This is thrilling. Can I tell you one more thing? One more thing. My husband passed away 3 years ago, and the happiest day of his life, short of meeting me, was square dancing a whole day with your mom and dad on Long Island. The happiest day of our lives.
That was the craziest. There was a point. But it's weird. My parents they like to dance. It's so weird.
Oh, shut up. I don't even care. The point of the matter is that's the happiest day of these people's lives. We're dancing with his parents. Like, how did you know it was even his parents? Like, why would you know?
So they were from Buckwald. That call was set up. I mean, 100% because of the 2 points. It had the previous point about the crying. I think it was the crying, and then the square dancing. She went on. She was on for like almost 20 minutes. And real callers don't get to stay on for 20 minutes. They just don't.
Called in earlier and said, I knew Howard's parents when we were younger. And
Just
and they
fake.
told her to call back in because it's so random. It's so bizarre and stupid.
It's
Like,
as fake as his hair.
highlight
I
of their lives. Highlight of
highlighted a lot. I mean, it's like, okay,
so
that was a
let's get
moment. I mean,
to the meat of his death day today, and let's go and do some mausoleum shopping, shall we? Here we
yes.
go. Mausoleum shopping.
Yesterday, man.
What
So
happened yesterday?
well, I told my
Oh,
assistant.
that's another thing. Okay.
Oh,
So they
Fred.
talked about Debbie Downer at some point at the very beginning of the show. They were talking about how Tina Fey and the other one have a show on Broadway or like at the Beacon or
It was a
something.
full commercial. It was a commercial for Tina Fey.
Yeah, and of course Gary went to see it and
Of
thought it was
course.
phenomenal. And they
Oh, yeah.
brought out like Debbie Downer, and that sound is the Debbie Downer sound. So just let's just keep note of how many times now in the rest of my clips, which I'm up to 19 clips. So in the next 12
Too
clips,
many. Way too many.
oh my God, it was like, all right, Fred got a new sound. And the one about the woman who was married to what's his face, who's now dating Breckin Meyer.
Oh,
And
Bob Saget's ex-wife.
right, and she said something like during a interview, and he took fun with it. I don't know, or something
No,
stupid like this.
it was in that vein.
I might have it. I
oh,
might have it somewhere.
he
We'll
said
listen
it so
to
many
it.
times I blocked it out of my memory.
Completely same.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And I wanted to jump to the radio and strangle
Absolutely.
Fred. I just did.
So
What
no,
happened yesterday?
Absolutely. It's
well,
horrible.
I told my assistant that I had to be honest. I said, listen, and it was embarrassing because I had a real, for real. I've told you this. I was like, you probably thought I was joking, but for real, I said, look, I gotta find. This was about a couple of months ago. I said, I gotta find a mausoleum that will when I die, I'm really afraid that I'm still going to be alive.
What kind of asshole thinks this way?
I've read about this kind of thing.
In the
You sat her
1800s.
down and had a serious conversation.
Seriously, you've read about this in the 1800s and in like Borneo. Like seriously, this is not something that happens in civilized society.
The other part of this conversation that is just insane is that no cemetery will say a damn thing if you build your own mausoleum and do whatever the hell you want inside of it. They don't care. You write them the check,
sure,
and they're good.
Sure,
they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. You're
You write
paying.
the check, and you're done.
You're buying. I'm crying. That's exactly right.
It was so I was so embarrassed. But she's a nice person, a good person, and she listened. And I said, I know, I said, this sounds crazy. But, and by the way, this isn't the craziest neuroses I have, but it's only one of them. And because I can't do anything for myself, I have to have my assistant help me. In other words, a person
So
with.
she's going to have to find the mausoleum?
Well, yeah. So she came back to me, and every time she brings it up, I'm embarrassed. But she goes, okay, I've narrowed it down to two graveyards. There's one on Long Island and one in the Bronx.
So, okay. So let's just discuss the stupidity that is his assistant, because everybody in New York, tri-state area, right, knows that Woodlawn Cemetery is the biggest and most prolific in terms of people that are buried there. It's one of the oldest. It's there since 1863. It's full of mausoleums of very important people.
Yes.
It's just the biggest. It is.
I mean, look at the website they have. I mean,
look at this thing. What cemetery has this as their thing? So how hard was it for stupid assistant number 7 to be able to look up mausoleums and the complexes? Yeah, private mausoleum. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's download the family estates brochure. Yeah, see, so you can have your own.
I have some insight on this because the Italian Club has their own cemetery. Okay, and we sell plots of land for mausoleums, and literally all we care about is okay, this is the dollar amount for it. You get all the permits, and it just has to be this big, and that's it. And then they write us a check, and you go. That's it. That's literally all we get. There's no, we don't care what's inside of it. We don't care if there's a drawer in there. We don't care if there's mirrors inside. Just don't care.
Wasn't it Breaking Bad where they had like all the money in one of the mausoleums? Was it?
Yes.
No. That was Ozarks. Ozark, right?
Okay.
Was it
Ozarks.
Ozark.
I love this. Notable residents.
Irving Berlin. His nose doesn't look weird.
Cruz, Irving Berlin, Miles
So
Davis.
okay, so 100% he's not being cremated. Is that the?
Yeah, he definitely does. Nellie Bly definitely doesn't want to be.
So,
Alva Vanderbilt.
So Dennis.
Oh, that's what Vanderbilt. Oh.
So Dennis, when they get his coffin because of his nose, they're gonna need like a hood scoop, like a '77 Pontiac Firebird.
For that nose.
For the nose on the casket.
So of course his assistant does super due diligence to find out a couple of places where somebody of his note and his worthiness is worthy, right? So
By the way, cemeteries are so cool.
So, Coach Dennis, remember Moravian Cemetery in Staten Island? Totally. Actually, my grandparents are buried in Moravian. 2 of my grandparents are buried there.
Really?
Yep. I know it very well.
Oh, Greenwood. Greenwood is definitely the other cemetery. You're exactly right. That is absolutely the other cemetery. Shit, I can't believe I didn't bring that up. Greenwood Cemetery.
So Nathan from Nathan's Hot Dogs is there, so we can go visit that grave.
Greenwood Cemetery, New York.
Is he buried in a casing? A crunchy casing?
Greenwood National Historic Landmark. So Greenwood Cemetery
They have the same website.
Is got to show everybody what the beauty that is keeping the fucking dead, where people could be building like buildings and houses and apartments.
Hey, we maintain a cemetery. It's insane. It's like, they're not leaving.
Wait, honestly, how long has that been like a family thing for you guys?
What do you mean?
Wait,
the cemetery is for the Italian club. It's been there since 1900.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's when it became part of the Italian club. It was in 1900. They had other pieces of land before that.
Show this nice little drone footage of it, but I'm telling you, like right past here it's like such a shitty Queens neighborhood or Brooklyn neighborhood, and yeah, it's just like a big place.
Dennis, is this place? Does it have a koi pond?
No.
Oh, see, that'd be a selling
pond.
point. You say, look, you can sleep with the fishes.
It's got a mausoleum.
Get a koi pond, man.
I
want to go for it.
So here's like an interesting tidbit he talked about whilst talking about his mausoleum.
It's beautiful on a hill. Oh yes. You should see where I would be. And I said, well, it's really up to my wife. Like maybe she'll visit. I said, I don't think maybe my kids will visit. I don't know. Like I buried my dad. I don't even know how long ago.
Do you know where your dad is?
I couldn't get there if my life depended on it, and I haven't been back since. I'm not going back. What am I going to do? Go stare at where the ground is?
Okay, so this is what he said about his father, yet then has like a hour-long conversation with Beth about not only being buried with him, but visiting him, and doesn't want her marrying anybody else or being with anybody else because she should basically die when I die. And but please do go on
like
about
the pharaohs. Throw her in the freaking box, even if she's still alive.
Ripped your father a new asshole for your entire adult life, and then you say, "What the fuck am I gonna? I'm not gonna fucking go there. I don't even know where the fuck it is."
Dude,
curse him away. Could give a shit.
Wait,
where's
did
father
he ever get him a headstone?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think in the Jewish religion, like you wait a year before you even put on a headstone. I know that Bring Back Jackie has been going on and on about it, but I think that there is some sort of thing that you wait a year before you actually.
100%. Francisco's gonna bend Beth over his casket and just rail her. While his body's still warm.
But that's if Beef actually outlives him, because I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, I think so.
I don't think that Beef
she is 18 years younger. I mean, there is like the odds. The odds are in her favor. The odds are,
Those Stern jeans, though, he can make it to 100.
you know what? He's too tall and too much of a goon. He's like a
Goon.
Great
good
Dane.
goon.
Like a Great
And
Dane.
we all know wigs are carcinogenic, so there's that.
There is that, and he's way too skinny.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're right.
it's like the fashion's asbestos.
Abe Rizzo, you're exactly right. Beth won't even visit, and she, you know what? She can give
100%
him
she
a
won't.
load of shit, all that he wants to hear. Just fluff him up
Well,
and blow smoke up his ass.
We listen to you to hear the actual conversation, though, from the show. It's quite telling.
Oh, it's delicious. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's my next thing. Here we go.
The last time she will ever mention his name is when she goes, "I need Howard's death certificate for the insurance company."
Yeah,
That
exactly.
will literally be the last time she mentions his name.
Yeah, exactly. I need Howard's death certificate so I can cancel that credit card. It's true. Okay, here we go. So Beth comes downstairs and they have the conversation.
Well,
about his-
wherever trots.
where I don't even know where downstairs is. Really, we don't know where the fuck.
Okay,
it is.
so
Wah.
let's just should we do math or no?
Math.
Oh, go ahead. Do
What's
your
the
rap.
We're 18 years apart, right?
Yeah.
How long do I wait before?
This is the most horrible thing you've ever
Yeah,
said
but
to me.
this is, I don't know where you were going with your
You want to
conversation.
be with another guy?
I do not. But what
Again.
would you
I'm going to kill myself right now so you can go
Oh,
date.
jeez.
All right.
I
Who
don't
are you going to
I
be
feel
with?
so bad for that Kelly.
I do too.
Kelly
This has nothing to
Saget.
do with
she
Kelly.
found love again. Good
I'm
for
happy.
her.
But maybe if you want to find love again, can you keep it private? Do you have to go on a red carpet
Yeah,
and
well,
announce?
okay.
Do you have to go, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, Breckenmeyer is a celebrity, so they were. I mean,
Is he?
is she not?
I mean, I don't know.
Is she
this
not?
guy.
I don't know. I don't
Right.
know those rules. I'm
You
out of
you
that.
think that you're going to be with someone else?
I don't. I can't imagine.
I think I want to die.
Being with you're talking about mausoleums, and you're the one that's already dead. The way you're
I'm
walking around
doing
the
that
house.
for you.
So there's no reason why I can't have this conversation right now.
Wow.
Yeah, this is how it went.
Beefus sounds absolutely done at this. I mean, we've said this before, but it's getting worse. It is so done because it's been trapped in this giant mausoleum in Florida where it just like it didn't even go on the last trip with Howard to Miami. It didn't go.
Okay, why would it? It's 65 miles away. It's like goodbye. Have fucking fun.
I know but it was an overnight stay at a restaurant at a
with Billy Joel
hotel.
and his wife. That's the only reason that she
Yeah, I
went.
know. It's just like, and the water's the same in Miami as it is in Palm Beach.
There's
it's just so-
Breckenmeyer.
Jeez, Mo.
Wow.
Relax. Laugh a little. Richard Lewis died today.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, let's move on.
Wow. He's
Visual.
deflating her. He's sucking so hard.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you start.
Who says that Beth is waiting? Come on.
Oh no, there's no way Beef is waiting. We already know that Juan's been walking on the other side of the house.
All I can say is that Breckenmeyer must have like the big D. I mean, really, just she probably hasn't had it for a while, and that's it's just the way it goes. I don't know. What do I know?
What do
All
you
right.
know?
Yeah, let me move on. Here we go. So the argument continues. Here we go.
Hey, you think about
Do you
me.
think you're
Again
gonna know
with
that I'm
fucking
there?
noise.
I don't know. You know what? Do what you want. I'm so
And
depressed.
then where am I gonna go?
I would like you to be buried alongside of me.
But what if I'm with someone else?
What if I'm with someone else?
I'm with someone else.
This is
He's
horrible.
gonna have to put me next to you.
You want to be buried next to your new
I
husband?
don't know how this works.
Listen, I'm going to ask you something.
You know
Look at
what?
me.
Oh, enough, Fred. Jesus
I'm
fucking
gonna
Christ.
die. I'm gonna die with you.
That's the right
Okay.
answer.
Yeah, that's the right answer. I'm gonna die with you. Yeah,
Fred,
Well, here's the thing. She is going to be buried with her husband. It's just not going to be Howard.
Exactly. So
What?
Fred
At that point, nobody gives a shit. Yeah.
Fred gets a new sound, his first new sound effect in 20 years, and
It's
he
literally-
eats it into the ground within
It's
a
literally
day.
a sound effect that was using animal crackers for Marx Brothers in the 30s.
I know.
Like, no joke.
It's so horrible. Okay,
It's
so then we
not-
find out while Beth is there with him that they are in fact making plans for a big European trip. So here we go.
No, I would prefer you never.
but
Why do you want to be with another guy? I'm so wonderful. Are you imagining that this guy is going to be running around the world with you and taking you? You don't even like that too.
Oh, we're making
No,
plans. By the way,
I hate going around the world
for this summer, like in stone, like definite plans to travel. The four of us.
Those Kimmels. They always do this to me. We're traveling with them.
We are. We're doing it. And Molly and I are in charge, and you two are just coming along for the.
I'm scared of it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to really try because I'm going to do it for you. Just remember that when you're dating.
I love that the two bras that don't make a penny are in charge.
Oh, they were in charge.
Yeah. I mean, it just totally speaks of her mindset, how delusional she is.
Wait, what's better than that is that, okay, the stupid Kimmels are only going to do this trip because Howard and Beth are going to come with them. They've been to Italy countless amounts of times.
Yes, exactly.
It's like enough already. Go to Bruges. Go to like Amsterdam. Do something else.
What's
Bruges?
What? Bruges?
Bruges, Brussels.
Brussels.
Go somewhere else. Go do something. But no, let's go to Italy because that's what Howard would want.
To see in Italy. There's thousands of years of.
No, but you know what? The food is so fucking boring. Honestly.
Oh my god! Disgrazia.
I told you.
Boring.
Oh, it's so boring.
It's not boring.
It's so boring. I was craving sushi one time, and I couldn't fucking.
Oh
dear God, you weirdo.
Is there any chance in hell Howard's going to do this trip?
No, zero.
I don't.
They talk about it again. We'll bring it. We'll come back to it momentarily. But apparently, yes. So of course, Beth doesn't want to be buried with Howard. She wants to be cremated. So
that's where it's just weird. I don't want to be in a mausoleum above ground. I want to be cremated and.
So why can't your ashes be next to me? I just don't like the idea of
spread into the.
Really?
World.
Into the ether?
She wants to spread into the world.
It's already been spread.
She's already been spreading for the ether.
Yeah, she wants to be spread into the world.
Spread into the world.
How stupid. She's so stupid. She is a stupid girl. She's stupider than Howard, if that's even possible.
Don't be stupid.
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 Stupid. Why do I have this on right now? Let me shut this down.
I don't know. It was actually distracting.
I know. Let me go back to
this is distracting. All
right. How about I'll take it away? How about that? Okay. So here's some more. And all of a sudden, this is the conversation. So you're not missing anything as we're going through
real time.
As we're going through these clips. Okay. You're not missing anything yet. Somehow this happens. Here we go. I'm just really shocked by
now
this.
I'm crying. Okay, this is really sad.
Robin's really crying.
Robin, what are you crying about over there?
I'm thinking about losing the two of you, and I don't want to think about that.
Oh, Robin, we have to talk.
Yeah, look what you're doing to Robin.
And your family. What are you doing?
You're a real drag.
Stop it.
I love you so much.
Oh, shut!
That is like that is like a gerbil or a hamster worrying about having to bury its human. Sorry, Robin.
Oh my God!
I got news for you about who's going to go first.
Robin has cancer that came back. That's usually not a great sign, and
seriously,
she's worried about losing them.
Listen, I hope Robin lives a million years, but it doesn't sound like that's going to happen.
It doesn't sound very positive.
I'm just saying. For her to say that
Robin is crying, and this is the conversation she's listening to. So you heard exactly what she's listening to.
Yes,
you two bickering about where. If Beth is going to visit him, about how he needs to have a bell in his fucking grave because just in case he's still alive, about how he needs a mausoleum and that he wants her. And this is what brings Robin to tears. Why?
Because she's Robin realizes no one's going to visit her.
The fact that in her head she's burying Beth and Howard is disturbing.
It's insane.
It's so disturbing. It gets even worse. Okay, so then here's Beth letting us know that she is absolutely positively going to make sure that he's dead before she buries him, right?
With the walkie-talkie setup. So like people will know, get alerted that I'm alive.
Walkie-talkie.
Because
I don't even
they've
believe what
made
you're saying.
mistakes.
Honey, I'm going to make sure you're dead. How's that?
How are you going to do that? You're not
I'm
a
gonna
doctor.
no, but I will spend with your body. I will spend enough time sitting there with Dr. Agus, and we
Oh
will.
yeah, because Dr. Agus is going to fly in from Beverly
Yes,
Hills.
yes, yes,
He's a
absolutely.
cancer doctor who's
Dr.
killing-
Ace is going to fly in. He's going to fly into Bang Beth over Howard's dead body. If anything.
And what makes you think
that's realistic.
you're going to be alive when Howard dies? You idiot.
Exactly.
Doctor,
You know what you do? You
Hang
go
on,
out, you
hang
get a knitting needle, you stick it in his eye. That's
Hang on.
all. It's all you need. It's 5
All you need
seconds.
is a
worth of work.
mirror.
Yeah, we'll know.
You'll know if he's alive.
We'll know. Here we go. Let me continue.
Yeah.
I will hold your hand, and I will sit there with him, and he will tell me, and I will make sure, even when he says, "Beth, he's gone," I will wait another, however long you want me to. How's
5
that?
minutes.
However long you want me to, because
How
you're
long
dead.
does it take for the Uber to get there?
So,
Exactly.
so Beefus is gonna wait for him to tell it when to let go when he's dead.
You guys, you know what's great about this moment? It shouldn't be lost. This is literally another. It's all about him.
Yes,
And
exactly.
This she plies him with these narcissistic
Yeah, she feeds him. She blows
whatever
his up his ass.
He's like, all you can eat at narcissistic buffet. He eats
Yes.
this up. He believes her. It's all
Oh,
about
that's
him,
the
Ed.
best part.
And then next thing you know, her and Katie Joe are out partying
Oh
and
yeah.
hitting the
Not
streets.
doing any of that. She's not doing dick. He's dead. She doesn't even care if she cremates his
100%.
fucking body. Just burn him. Burn
Like
him.
I said,
Oh, yeah.
get a knitting needle in the eye. Okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
Wait, pull the wig off. That's how you know.
Light a fire to his fucking nasal hairs. I'm pretty sure you'll know he's fucking dead. And the fact that he wouldn't think that people would know that he's dead. I mean, just the stupidity of this conversation is mind-boggling. But
Although,
it gets better.
to be safe, they should do the vampire thing and drive a stake through his heart to
Yeah,
make sure he doesn't get up.
Yes, that's an excellent idea, Xavier. That is an excellent,
That's
excellent
what they
idea.
should do. Beth, if you're listening to me, you're welcome.
Okay, so here's some more trip planning, just in case you missed out on it the first time around.
Made a difference.
I'm really depressed.
Oh, shut up.
What are you doing? You're not dead.
I
You're
didn't
not
say, but I'm
dying.
trying to do the right thing by you.
Okay, let's just figure this out today
All right.
and be done with it. And let's just travel and be together. And
And what's this traveling? Jimmy and
yeah,
Molly?
we're going to Europe. Just
with
a
Jimmy
nice,
and Molly?
Yes. You know
Kimmel,
that. Don't act like you don't know that.
I didn't know.
Dude, that voice.
For sure.
I was going, yeah. Oh, and then I
Are
figured
you
it'd be-
really okay? Are
We're
you
gonna
going to
go
go?
because
Are
you know
you
why we're
going
gonna
to
go?
are-
I'll tell you why I'm going to go. I'll tell you why I'm going to go.
Why are you going to go?
Because I don't want you with your new husband saying, "Oh, this is so great. We're going to Europe." It's so Howard never wanted to
That's
go.
why you're going to go travel with us this
No,
this
but no,
summer.
Yeah,
What reason a guy
that's a good one.
because I love you.
You know, it almost makes you think that she has already said to him, I'm going regardless of whether you go or not.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
should.
So
It's
you are
good.
She
Of
should.
course she should have been doing this for the last 20 years. What are you talking about? Of course she should.
I honestly think that it's at the point now where he can't has no recourse against it, so that's why.
No, there's no discussion.
no recourse.
It's
You
gonna
had
be
to
like
go
one of
in-
those Rocco adult films. Oh, your husband didn't want to come with such a pretty lady. Yeah, all three holes. Dude, get
Can you
down.
Can you imagine? Okay, so
No.
it gets so much worse because now, right, we heard Robin being all teary-eyed about, again, this conversation. You are hearing exactly what the conversation was. So let's go to commercial, shall we?
With
I
that.
know. I'm telling you, it was awful. I mean, at first it was fun, and then it became awful.
Fun.
Turn off this music, right? Ronnie, what? You okay, pal? I got to check in, make sure Ronnie.
About to go to commercial.
Yeah.
You fucking destroyed me, man.
Crying.
You
Crying.
do this. You know what it is, too? It's the weirdest fucking thing. I talk to every Wednesday for some reason. You do this. You get into these conversations about dying and chicks and your wife and how she's going to feel and she's going to be dating. And then I have my shrink appointment right after the show.
Oh. Wow.
And every fucking Wednesday now, it's about these fucking conversations that you start, man. It fucks me up.
How is everybody so distraught about Howard having the stupidest conversation?
You know why?
Well,
And what
Because
did you
because Rodney gets that junk mail from the funeral home every
yes.
like twice a week.
So,
And then you open it up and says, "Are you dead yet?"
Yeah, exactly.
so the other part, though, going back to Beefus, is you could hear Beefus with the cash register thinking about how much money is going to be wasted on a
bro.
mausoleum stuff when it could be buying dresses and
But it can buy
shoes
that. But
and
it can buy all
trips.
that. It can. It can do that and more.
Dude,
It can do
she's
that.
probably just gonna stuff him in an
calculating.
envelope, bro.
It can't even spend the amount of money he will probably leave her. I'm not
I
joking.
understand it, but this is
No, this
extra
is
money.
true.
This is more dresses.
She can't
Yeah.
spend. She can't spend the amount of money that he will leave her.
She can
And then
try.
at one point, you didn't pull the clip, but at one point it says to him, I'm gonna have you cremated and put you next to Bianca on the shelf
Oh yes,
Or in
yes,
that
yes,
big urn.
yes.
in an urn.
And then I can visit both of
But-
you at the
but
same
I can
plot
time.
visit both
twist.
of you.
Plot twist. Let's say he fucks her over. Oops, sorry. He screws her over and gives all the money to his kids. And not that that's gonna happen, but can you imagine?
I think that what will happen is that, and I probably am really too close to this conversation, but I think that what happens is that you get left the money, but then when you die, even though there are trusts probably for the kids,
Mhm.
whatever is left of the money that you have
Listen,
goes.
I'm speaking out my ass, but it would be like the wonderful Black Mirror Twilight Zone ending of it at the end if she found out that she was cut out of the will.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. They're married
I
to
think
a
it
woman.
has
I
some
do.
sort of.
Okay, first of all, I know,
I know.
but
She'd
I'm
be able
just
to
saying it would be
is what I'm saying.
funny.
Hysterical. I'm sure she'd just be
It
So
would
that
be
means Beefus.
hysterical.
yeah.
That means Beefus is gonna spend like a drunken sailor.
Now, what would be
Yes.
better? Here's the ultimate fuck you. What would be better is that is if he leaves the you have to leave somebody in charge of your will. There has to be like a
Yes.
distributor of the funds or
Yeah,
whatever.
the executor. Yeah.
And if the executor is like Deborah or something like that, where
Oh,
Beth has
wait,
to ask
isn't the executor? Isn't that Darth Vader's chip?
where Deborah has to
Never
where,
mind.
where Beth has to ask Deborah if she can use like $10,000.
That would be. Wouldn't that be
dress and
awesome?
a pair of shoes.
You
That
know,
would
be
because
awesome.
listen,
Yeah.
we know the reality right now, but the cognitive decline will continue, the paranoia will continue. Then next thing you know, he reaches that age where he is convinced that Beth is trying to kill him for her money.
Paranoia
Oh,
will-
So he goes,
absolutely.
yeah, he goes, Deborah, you're the only one I can trust.
Yeah,
And he
paranoia.
has the lawyer do the paperwork. Wouldn't that be awesome?
It would be interesting to know who the executor is of the will. Sometimes people have two, sometimes
Well,
three.
it ain't Ralph.
Emily.
You know, you have an executer so that usually there's like one lawyer,
Aw,
one family
Thank
member,
you,
one
John
friend,
Doe. It's nice to know someone got that.
stuff like
you.
that. Okay, let's move on. We only have 3 more clips.
Yeah, the executive. It is the executor.
So then they start talking about Flacco the owl. I don't know if
Wait,
anybody.
wait. One last thing. Wouldn't
Hmm.
it be awesome if they do go on that trip and those orcas have been attacking the ships in Europe and they're killing them?
That would be amazing.
Listen, hear me out. Beth's voice is so high pitched, it might be disturbing to marine life. There's a chance dolphins and orca might attack whatever yacht
They're
they're
not going
on.
on a boat. They're not going on a boat.
Oh, come on. Let me dream.
I know.
Let me dream.
I know. Howard Stern being attacked by an orca is
Yeah.
cool, but yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
happening. Come on, I got 3
Pissing in
clips.
their cornflakes.
I got 3 clips. So they talk about Flacco the owl. Flacco the owl is an owl that was released from Central Park Zoo and was living a perfectly fine life for the longest time in New York. People used to spot him all over the place. He was actually really super cute. I just found out about him maybe like 3 weeks ago or something like that. I'll show you a picture of him so that you may appreciate Flacco. So here he is, living his best life. He's
It's
just
like a horned owl. It's a horned owl.
Yeah, he's a great horned owl. He's a beauty.
Yes.
So he was living his best life, eating rats and picking on shit, and people used to see him, in trees and stuff like that. And so living his best life. Well, apparently what happened is Flacco ran into a window, which is not too uncommon in New York City. And most places, I mean, any of you who have any large windows, I'm sure you've heard like a smack into your glass at some point. And you see a bird just laying there all like, dazed and confused. Sometimes they even die because they like slam into the glass because they don't realize that it's actually glass. They just think that they're going forward. So anyway, so he tells us that this is what he does on his windows because he feels bad for the birds. So stupid. All of it is so stupid.
In fact, my wife and I in our house, we used to have birds. I go outside and see these birds. They look dopey. They were like walking around like, I don't know what's going on. They sound like JD.
Sure,
and I realized they're bashing their heads into the glass. The birds can't see that it's glass. They think it's clear.
I would hear, like I
A
had
thud.
this sort of greenhouse and a loud thud.
Yeah.
And then you go, what was that? And then you look down and sometimes they weren't completely killed. Sometimes they were just
They're
dopey.
stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other times they
So funny. So they're
Can I
worried
say
about
something real quick?
birds eating fucking balloons on the
Yes.
beach, but nobody gives a fuck about the beautiful,
Can
red
I say a couple of things real quick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, John Doe, Orca, Bo Derek's tits. Second,
Oh, that can redeem
okay,
any movie. Any
second-
movie becomes an
second
8.
of all, his big house in New York on Long Island was built on native animals nesting land, and most of those migratory birds have been coming there multiple generations. So when he first built that house, there's probably some birds that slammed into his house out of just instinct and killed themselves. So for him to be talking about he puts up wax paper or something over his windows
Stickers.
is so ridiculous when he is literally raping the land these animals use to procreate.
The other part, though, is that all the pictures we've seen of his homes, there is no windows with like the picture of
'Cause he's full of
Beefus in front of the door with it trying to look thin. There was no things on that glass door. That's a door to the outside.
Let's hear the
they
rest
were
of the clip.
dead.
And we learned that you just leave them because they recover sometimes, but sometimes they don't. And Flacco
Right.
the owl didn't. But we bought these stickers. They're not attractive, but we bought these stickers. They're like in flower shapes. It's kind of tacky, but we put them on the windows, and now the birds, they don't think they're clear anymore, and they don't fly into it.
Oh,
How
that-
about not building your freaking gigantic mansion on these poor animals, migratory route or whatever? It's just such a ridiculous notion that him and his wife are saving, birds by picking up balloons. What about what? Tell us about that jet you took down to Florida. Tell us about
and
where
back
you're.
to New York and
Yeah.
back.
It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous that he's such a douche. He's a minimalist. There you go.
There you go. Anti-collision window stickers for birds.
Yeah.
Sure. You have those.
Yeah.
Sure.
How many times do you have to pull up his freaking house on Zillow
Sure.
to prove our point?
Sure.
Sure. All right. I really want to get through the show. I don't really.
Yes, please.
So then they're doing a contest, and this is a long clip, so we'll cut through it because I only have 2 more clips. So they start to do this stupid contest, and apparently there is a test out there to show what your strength is as an adult, whether you're over 60 or under 60. And what you're supposed to do, I will show you. I show you the thing. So what you're
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to
not in the right type of chair.
Yeah, me neither, but okay. And so you're
Just
supposed
go
to
like
put your
this.
hands
Yeah.
like this and see how many times in 30 seconds you can stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. So they decide they're going to do a test between Gary and JD about it. So let's start the stupid contest and let's see where it takes us, because it was just very bizarre because what's her idiot girl name who's on the show?
Sam.
Sam is like
Sam.
7.5 months pregnant apparently now.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I can kick all your asses. And they don't want her to do it because, she's pregnant.
She's preggo.
But sure, let's let Fat JD do it against Gary with the 2
Replacement knees.
knee replacements. Exactly. So
In fact, my wife and I in our house, we used to have
sorry,
birds. I go
stickers.
outside. See,
sorry, stickers. Stupid contest. Here we
Is
go.
there a chance I could beat him? Yes, but I don't know that. I wouldn't. I'm not confident. Claim that I could beat.
I'm
Gary.
thinking of putting money on this. I'm just trying to.
JD,
That's all.
What did you think your chances were of beating Robin in an arm wrestling contest before it happened?
Well, I thought they were. I think I was using my weak arm also. By the way, that day.
Please.
All right, let's review that because I hate JD. Anything that actually rips JD a new asshole, I am totally fine with. But let's review the arm contest that JD had.
Funniest thing ever.
Oh man, what are you talking about? Where were you?
I was at happy hour with these guys.
What happy hour?
Head
Last
writer.
weekend, like every Friday.
And do we?
There he is. Comedy
arm-
genius. He was trying to flirt with her, so he's like, "Oh, let's arm
Head
wrestle,"
writer.
and she kicked his ass.
At least you had human contact.
It's true. You got to touch her.
You got to touch a girl.
Look how disgusting.
Doesn't that
he
make
is.
you want to hit the gym?
Vile animal?
I just.
Oh,
You know,
dude.
everything Dude, is it embarrassing like when you're at a bar and a chick beats
Everything.
you?
Yes.
God.
Everything is embarrassing to me.
You arm wrestled her with your right arm or your left
Yeah,
arm?
I'm left-handed. I beat her with the left arm, but not
You
with
should be
the
able to
right.
beat a chick with any arm.
Oh, sorry, Howard.
Well,
I
I'll
mean-
do you with your right arm.
Whatever.
All right, go on. Take them out. Take them out right now, Robin. This is gonna
Where
be
do
great.
we wrestle?
Set it up. Where can we set up an arm wrestling bench?
How about that bench over there?
All right. I want it regular. Every girl in the building to arm wrestle.
She'll break his wrist.
Wait. All right. Hold it. I'll do the announcement.
There's no leverage here.
He's got to get his left arm. He's using that for leverage.
Yeah. Robin, take your heels off. That throws off.
Yeah.
All right, we'll count it off. Robin's going to take this guy right down.
Oh, when Robin was so spry and healthy.
Go.
Look at this. Robin's going to take his ass down. Right now it's even. Put your weight into it, Robin. Right. Wait. Robin's going to take. Wait. JD's slipping. JD's slipping. He's using his body. Use your body, Robin. Take his ass down. Robin wins. Robin wins. Robin took him down.
Jesus.
There you go.
Ladies, he's available.
Oh, sure.
I think they're
Now you
both
say that.
equal.
Shut up. But
I don't remember that. You lost an arm wrestling competition
I
to
didn't remember
Robin?
Yes.
Howard,
Jesus.
the visual is amazing.
And he was
Howard.
young. He was a young man.
more scrawny. Yeah.
Scrawny. Yeah, you were scrawny. Let's that's a good thing. Meanwhile, how's this for a bet? Samantha, who works for us, she's pregnant. How many months is she pregnant?
It's 7.5. Deeply pregnant.
7.5 months pregnant. And she's saying she could probably beat any of you guys.
Oh, I'll wipe the floor with her.
You think?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sam
She
comes
used to be
in.
an exercise instructor.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's always brilliant to remember that people that they hire, Sam is like an integral part of the Howard Stern community, and she was a personal trainer. Like that's what she did for a living.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
that was her. That's her comedy chops. She was a personal trainer. You know, the best part of all is that this is happening at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
Literally
God,
when he's trying to run off
it's
the air.
off of here exactly, and it went
Oh
on
my
and on and on and on and
Oh,
on.
it was
and
the
on
most
and on.
painful
I mean,
time.
yeah, she's in good shape. She's worked out.
JD.
What?
You think you could beat Sam or not in this competition?
I don't think I could beat anyone. I think I could do. I think I could do the 17 within 30 seconds. I think I could do that. But
Sam, you're 7 months pregnant?
Hi. Yeah.
Wow.
More.
And you
So
could
listen to this part.
by the way, you don't look 7 months pregnant.
Oh my
No.
God. Keep telling me that.
She really
I feel like
doesn't.
such a fucking cow.
Shut up.
Four.
By the way, my sense of smell is
JD
so.
looks pregnant.
Listen to
is
this,
that what
listen
you
to this.
Yeah, that's what he said, Robin. Yeah, come on.
It's gross.
Well, everyone's
disgusting.
talked. Wait a second. Sam, what are you saying? Why am I echoing now?
My sense.
Somebody's fucking me up here.
Uh,
Sam sat down. You got a headphone set turned up or something?
You can turn it down.
yeah.
Is this
Oh, what
I
happened?
hear nothing now. Hello?
better, Howard?
There
Yeah.
we go.
Okay.
This
I
is the
guess.
clip.
My sense of
It's still
smell is-
echoing. I don't know what you guys are doing over there, but you're fucking me up. Okay. Check.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, now it's better.
Better?
Professional.
All
Don't
right.
ever make fun of
I'm
us.
just gonna say I walked in and someone's breath is so bad. My sense of
really?
smell is so high.
You know what?
Well,
I'm
you
getting,
just-
I don't know what's
Sam,
going on.
I'm getting a whiff too.
You're sitting next to Gary. I don't want to say anything, but
It was when the second I walked in.
Oh, it must be me. What do you know?
think it might be a body
It's
odor
gotta-
issue.
A
body odor.
It's some kind of smell. I smelled it too, Sam.
is it JD?
I mean, it's not me.
I can smell. You want me to smell?
Yeah, go smell JD. Maybe,
You know what? I don't want to be in
No,
here
hold
anymore.
on a
This
second.
is
You might as well
disgusting.
find out. No,
You're
there's no better
about to
place.
win a competition.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't wait.
I
I
might
showered
have-
this morning. I don't know what to tell you.
I might have been smelling it before too.
Start sitting up and
Ew.
Oh,
Look at the. All right, goodbye.
So of course it was JD, and of course he stunk to high heaven. I wish there was like visual of this on the Stern Show from
well,
today.
yeah, and the thing is, yeah, actually it is true that when women are pregnant, like a lot of senses get stronger, and the sense of smell is pretty strong. It's
Right.
very heightened, and of course JD must just smell like old bed sheets. I mean, literally an old laundry. Oh,
So they
Oh.
did ask, if he had changed his sheets or something like that, and he said, every couple of weeks. I don't really
couple of weeks.
believe him, but okay. Oh, interesting. They actually put up the JD
No,
arm wrestling thing. They did not put up the
contest.
no. So weird. So weird the shit that they put on the Stern Show site. So here's Mehmet embedded with Tom Arnold, but there's no video associated with it, just a picture.
Right on.
Oh, we can catch the full experience on the app. Then we have
Hmm.
Dave
Of course we
Grohl
can.
coming Everlong from 1998.
This is your wiki.
That was
Then,
recent.
then we have JD describing how he's.
Oh God,
This is what he looks like. Yes.
ladies, he's
Really?
available.
Have
Under
him.
you, do you have a department that works under you?
Look how
No, I
sexy.
mean, I work under a department itself. There's an audio sort of department.
He has no idea what he's saying. He's an absolute monster. Here's the video
The
that
happy
I
hour
just showed you
weekend.
guys.
What happy hour?
That they put up.
Last weekend, like every Friday.
And then this is
Put in an electronic menu.
John
And what they're
Hine
going to, the
being
reason they're
upset
doing
about the
that,
Wendy's
they're saying,
surge pricing. This is what they
wanna-
choose to put
on
up from
peak
today.
times. Let's say
This is what Howard looks like today. Let's take a look. See.
Oof. Oof.
Oof. Ah.
Wow.
Oof.
Whoa.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
It's
wait.
Harry Carey with a red wig.
It is-
What the hell? Hey, his wig. He got a
Can we
different wig.
appreciate what's going on? Is his skull shrinking or is his face expanding?
His wig. No, his wig is different. He's got a
It's
totally,
totally
different wig. You
different.
can see his ears. Look at that wig. Oh, that's so weird.
Oh
Did he
my
put it on
goodness.
backwards?
Looks weird, huh?
What's up with his skin?
Oh,
Looking
he
very
shaved.
sallow.
Did he get like a chemical peel?
Oh, he
or
shaved. You're right. He shaved.
Oh, he did get a chemical peel. He got a chemical
it looks,
peel.
something looks like a.
No, he
it-
didn't.
Yes, he
it looks like
did.
look.
He
It looks
shaved,
like
but get a
something
chemical
that's
peel.
different. Something's
Chem-
different.
Heel.
It's not the normal facial he gets from Francisco.
Let's see. Let's see what he looked like.
Oh,
Hang
what? Yeah, the wig is different. Look, so you can't see his ears on that wig.
This is true.
Look at that. You can't see
You
his
think the ears come with the wig?
No,
like one
that's
of
how
those
they attach.
Disneyland
They
like
attach
dopey
onto
hats.
the ears. It's like Mickey Mouse. Look at that. You can't see his ears.
Okay, that was 2 days ago.
And his hair's magically gone darker again.
Oh wow,
Hang on.
that is so weird. You can't see his ears, and then you can see his ears. Can't see it, and
Maybe it
can't
was just
see
a
his
little bit more humid.
No, it's like a different wig. It's like a new model.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Oh, that's so funny. That's like a whole different setup. Oh, that's funny.
We're such idiots. I can't believe
It's
we
so
actually-
funny though. It's
Actually,
completely
stop.
different.
If you can see
It's
the
different.
contour of the toupee ish looking thing. You see right there,
Yeah,
right there. Now go
there.
like in an arc to the left. Move in an arc to the left. See, it's almost like a charger. The lightning bolt,
Yes.
where the two pieces meet.
Oh my god.
It's true. Look. It's not there, but in the other one you could see. where the two land masses, like continental drift.
Oh my god,
Coming together.
it's so weird looking
No,
though.
see that.
You guys are insane.
No, we're not
No.
insane.
Have you ever been to you ever been to Cape Point where you see the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean meet?
Yes.
You see that? Do you see that seam? It's
Yes.
kind of like that.
Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it.
That's right, John Doe. Back and to the left.
Exactly. Back.
Trying to look at. Let me see. Just trying to see some other pictures
even
of him to see.
He does this line. So he's sitting there.
Look at that. The wig is so different there.
And he says he loves this special.
This is him during.
He does a thing in this special.
It's a different wig. Look at that.
Oh my god. It's like you put on another hat. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like another hat.
You know what it's like, dude? It's, you know when they like every couple of years they come out with a new F-150?
Yes.
And like the headlights are always different.
Yes.
Like that. It's kind of like that. It's like they're both F-150s. One's got the LED lights and one's got the
Within a week, though.
halogens.
This is like in the same week, basically. The last 2 weeks. So you get
Oh, by the way,
look at holy Jesus.
Maybe.
Look, it's built on a Cadillac chassis.
I mean, there is more engineering in that than the friggin' Empire
continuity.
State Building. I mean,
The Flintstones had more continuity from one episode to the other.
the original Star Trek series had better continuity.
Exactly. There's no continuity on that head. You think
every
you would have like a
curl.
script wrangler, someone that kind of like notes? Okay,
Look at this hair. Look at this hair during the John Cena conversation.
Ooh, oof. It's oof.
Jesus Christ.
So as said before, every curl is manufactured.
Every curl.
The genuine Mopar wig.
It's a Mopar wig.
All right, last one for the day. End of show. Here we go.
Yeah. He's so happy. Is it a he or she, or we don't know yet? He.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's Mom, we could have won.
Yeah.
right.
Very competitive.
Really?
1-0.
All right. Listen. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Wait. So listen. So they're leaving. They have no idea that they're still on air, and they're leaving.
Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody. They had no idea.
You
Oh,
guys
it's me.
didn't want to get beat by a pregnant woman. I know what's
All
going on
right.
here.
Let me tell you, Zip Recruiters.
Wow. Professional.
Exactly.
He was sliding down the Brontosaurus as fast as humanly possible.
Absolutely.
Yabba dabba doo.
Absolutely. That's the way it worked. And yes, Tamara, my OCD goes right into play.
Good. They're 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 good. They are very good.
Oh, shut up. All right, that's what we got. That is what we motherfucker.
What the hell do we listen to?
Yeah,
This is really quite
There's
atrociously bad.
There's no attempt at entertainment.
And as said in the mockery thread, this is the best show he's going to do,
ever.
and the worst show he's ever done,
Yeah,
all in the same day.
all on the same day. Yeah. Can I show you my new sneakers?
Sure.
Yeah, these are my new Nike. I collect sneakers for you people that don't know this about me, but these are my new
Sneakerhead.
I am totally. These are my new Nike Blaze and
Blaze, like the
Blaze.
horse.
Blazers, actually, they're called. And they have like a little neon dot like in the center in there. And so, of course, you know how to YouTube the proper way to lace my blazes. So yeah, those are new for February. I probably get one pair of sneakers per month. No lie. And
Okay, before we go into on a happy note, when you're passed away, how do you want to Do you want a cremation? Do you want a casket?
Who, me?
All of us.
Oh, I don't know. You go first.
I want to be cremated, but not just cremated. I want my favorite pizza joint to make my favorite pizza, and I want that pizza to be on my chest when they put me into the crematorium thing, so I can become one with my favorite pizza.
Indeed, Dennis.
Plot in the Italian Club Cemetery. Okay, real exciting.
Yeah, I definitely want to be cremated. I have no thoughts about what to do with my ashes because since I don't really
it doesn't matter if you have thoughts about it.
Yeah.
But odds are that I won't have any family. I don't have any children, so whatever anybody wants to do with it, I don't really give a shit about.
Like many years ago, I thought it'd be fun to get some of your ashes, thrown into the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. But apparently, that's like the number one thing that people do. So they continuously vacuum. They have like this, like NASA type of ventilation. So if your ashes get thrown into the Haunted Mansion, you're literally just sucked up.
You can get in trouble garbage bag these days, don't you? No,
you can.
Yes,
you can't just willy nilly just throw your ashes.
Human remains.
At Central Park, people like to throw it into the lake at Central Park, and it's patently against the law. Like you're not allowed to do that anymore. What's the problem with me calling them sneakers? I don't even understand.
The
trainers. What do you want to call them? What do you call them?
Aren't they kicks?
Kicks? I can call them.
Ida calls them gym shoes. No.
Gym shoes? I don't wear them in the gym though. I literally wear them.
Yeah, I know.
With a pair of jeans. That's pretty much it. That's all I wear them for.
Hey, would you have your favorite pair of kicks going to the crematorium with you?
I don't even give a shit. You know what? I'm dead at that point, so it doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter. What would I?
Yeah, of course you're dead, but like as your dad go, at least I'll have my shoes.
I want to have like a really good celebration of life. I want people to tell really stupid, silly, funny stories about me.
Oh, they'll all be laughing.
Can I do that in Mr. Whisker's voice?
I hope that I'm old enough that most people that I know are dead.
Let me tell you about Mo.
Tell us a story. Yes, exactly. You can do that.
There's one time she laughed at some dude and told him they took the breathing thing that was keeping him alive because she couldn't understand him.
I'm a little concerned that we didn't hear from him today. I'm gonna actually email when we get.
There's no way that story's not gonna be told.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you want to see my toes? You want to see my toes? Here's my toes.
Oh, bro.
Are they painted green and called red?
No, they're not green. They're blue today. They're blue.
Oh, yeah, they are blue.
It's like screen grab.
Ron would say they're red, but they're actually blue.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. All right, we're done. Today's our Friday, so yay.
Well, can we have 5 seconds of silence for Jared before we go?
We don't know if he's dead.
Come on.
Puzzle's paying her respects.
Mo, I'll hire Ryan Houston to sing a slow version of I Want to Feel the Sun. I'll back him up on cello and a black veil in front of my face.
Oh my God, I want that.
Listen, David, you want to make us cry?
I need that.
Cry. David, what's going on with your YouTube channel? I'm kind of curious about that. But let's talk about DJ's Classic Garage.
Yes, let's do that.
Hang up.
So I'm editing the manifold video as we speak. I have some driving video, and then I have a spark plug quickie.
A spark plug quickie,
yes, an unboxing even. And then of course I take Wuzzle and we go hang around and we hit fish joints.
By the way, that is an amazing name for a series. The Manifold Destiny.
The Manifold Destiny.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So
you should do an episode where you like speak like in kung fu movies. Yeah, Manifold is not as good as my kung fu.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Perfect. Perfect.
I can actually do that. I can edit that. That'd be bizarre.
Yeah, Niv, there is no word on Richard Lewis. Apparently, we are told that he is still in fact dead. So
I've confirmed with my friends that Richard Lewis is still dead. Yes,
still dead. He's still
still
dead.
dead.
Apparently, he did make a couple of appearances in this season's Curb Your Enthusiasm. So if anybody really needs to get a look at what Richard Lewis looked like, basically in his death throes.
Just remember him in the way he used to be.
What would that be? I never found him funny.
He just once
One of
described
those comedians that I never really
he
got.
once described himself as he looks like Jews for Satan.
Jews for Satan, but I didn't.
He's always wearing black.
So
to be honest
what
with
was it in Princess Bride? It was one of the movies he played like a prince.
It wasn't in Princess.
Oh, it was Robin Hood. It was Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was actually pretty funny in that
Could be.
because he
The dude was
did the whole
funny.
stereotype. It was
He
funny.
was funny.
He was funny in that. That was funny. He
Eh,
made me laugh.
I
Rest
didn't give
in
him
peace.
That's all I got. Okay. Yeah, he was funny on Curb, but they made him funny because, he was friends with him. So yeah, that's okay. All right, rest in peace, Richard Lewis. Yeah, so definitely next week we are definitely going to talk about the psychoses of
Psychoses of Howard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Coming up next week.
Yeah, we
the
are going to do that.
Psychoses of Howard Stern.
So there'll be like a day where, I feel like we have nothing else to do. Somebody wow, 3 people emailed me to let me know that Richard Lewis died as if
He's dead? Oh, no.
What?
Holy mackerel.
He still did.
Speaking of Lewis, if we can, let's do a viewing of the Jerry Lewis film that's going to come out.
When's that happening?
In a month.
Oh, you mean
literally in 1 month?
The movie that makes
we waited
Mo
decades.
laugh unconscious.
The day the clowns cried.
Yeah.
Lady Melvin.
That's right. The day Mo cried laughing about poor
Yes,
little
yes.
Jewish children going into their death. Yeah, that will not go over well, and
Hey,
that.
who's that lady laughing outside? Shut up, Pops. Shut up. Just go into the shower.
All right, my lovely friends, have an amazing week, and
Lewis.
and we will speak to you anon. So goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at radiogunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Radio Gunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.